I don't want to set the world on fire.
Welcome back, everyone, to the next episode of The Folly of Man. My name is Chris, and with me here today,
Robert.
And today we're back, finally, looking at Project Horizons.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
It's been a month. It's been more than a month since we've recorded an episode of Project Horizons.
Yes.
For those of you who may be joining us for the first time, Chris here is a brony, and I, Robert, am not a brony.
Admittedly.
Let's get one thing real fucking clear right off the bat. I am not a brony.
You should see how sour his posts are on the Discord channel.
Degenerates. The lot of you. 1,000 Years Moon. No trials.
You were the one asking about the jar.
We're just going to leave it at that. The crux of this show is that we review My Little Pony fanfiction. Yes, you heard me right. But specifically My Little Pony fanfiction that crosses over with the video game Fallout. And I suppose I'm here to determine whether it still stands on its own hooves or if you actually need to have knowledge of the fandom to appreciate it. Although at this point, it's kind of a blurred lines because we're going on like...
Well, there are still a few moments where you're like...
We're going on like 4 years of this.
Yeah.
So like, I know the main 6.
Yeah.
And I even know like the others.
I know the main 6, was it? Yeah. I know them.
Well, there's the Magnificent 7, and my brain keeps trying to tell me that there's 7. But no, it's the main 6. Does Spike count in the main 6?
Well, only when he's Rainbow Dash.
Wait, what?
Spike, you're the new Rainbow Dash.
Oh, you're the new Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
What happened to the old Rainbow Dash?
She left.
Oh.
Because she became spiteful and lazy.
Are you saying that the Pegasus pony was flighty?
One of them.
Bonus Pony Pun of the Week!
Bonus Pony Pun of the Week.
We also do those. Also, tonight we're getting White Girl Wasted, so we would encourage you to White Claw Waste with us.
Indeed.
So, this week, and in this series, we are covering specifically My Little Pony Fallout Equestria Project Horizons.
Chapter 14.
Written by Somber.
It's a book.
You see, Christopher, a book is something that is made out of typically paper, but in this case, it's a series of ones and zeros.
It can be made out of skin.
Oh, like the Necronomicon?
Well, that's human skin I was going to go with.
No, that's the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon is made from zebra skin.
No, it's human skin.
That's even more upsetting. Where are the humans in this world?
Well, they were used to make the Necronomicon.
Either they were all very tiny or the ponies are enormous.
No, they're just very inefficient. Look, there were a lot of typos. It was not intentional to kill off the human race. It's just that by the time they had finished, they were like, where are they? Oh. Well, I guess the last page is going to be made out of goat. They
used just the cuticles from the humans that they harvested. It's like the buffalo out west. They just shot 100 of them because they're so dumb. I was actually watching a hunting video and was reminded, this is where it was legal, where you can actually hunt buffalo again. And the problem with buffalo is like when there's a group of them and you shoot one of them, the other 4, like run off, but they don't run that far. And then they stand still. And it's like, yeah, no wonder they could kill 1,000 of you in a day. That's not a very good instinct. Oh man, it sucks for him. Well, let's move over here and eat more grass.
Really, it's an entire species of creatures with short-term memory loss.
If you look at the buffalo, they were just asking for it with those big, sexy, fat haunches. Really. They're just out there like, ooh, shoot me, eat me.
They're buffalo in My Little Pony.
Yeah, they're dumb as shit.
They're Native American analogs.
Where's the lie?
I
feel like you're insulting Native Americans. I didn't say Native Americans were dumb as shit. I said buffaloes were dumb as shit.
No, that wasn't actually where I was going with it. I was going with you talking about the sexy haunches.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Native Americans are known for their innate sexual teasery.
I guess the buffaloes are too.
That's the lesser known thing about Chief Geronimo. Is it just me or is Geronimo really sexy on that horse?
Oh, God. I'm thinking of...
With his fishnet tasseled headdress.
No, we're not gonna... no.
So, chapter 14, we pick up with not Little Pip, but Blackjack. And Blackjack has just, revealed to her friend Morning Glory that all of her friends are liars and evil, and it was kind of revealed to her about that. And they called her a Dashite, and they made her a blank flank. Well, not a blank flank.
They branded her.
They branded her with the rainbow dash cutie mark.
The Dashite symbol.
Mm-hmm. She said, and Morning Glory didn't even know what a Dashite was.
Nope.
Which I kind of don't believe, but maybe their education has changed. Because, like, Calamity knew what a Dashite was.
Yeah, but it could have been from his position with the military.
She also was, like, super protected. So,
yeah, she was super sheltered.
A child of privilege.
Yeah.
A famous politician.
Yeah.
You know the type.
Yeah.
We've all dated somebody who's the child of a famous politician, right?
Look, I'm just saying that Chelsea Clinton would not shut up in bed.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Secret Service, what are you doing here?
Right. Really weirded you out when she kept calling you Jeffrey. Don't tell Jeffrey. It'll be our little secret.
Who's Jeffrey?
Is it Epstein or Epstein? I can't remember how this Mandela effect works.
Oh, no.
So anyways, Blackjack and Morning Glory are traumatized, and they're sneaking around this base trying to find resources and stuff. And Blackjack is just addicted to 16 different kinds of chems, which are not good. It's like, oh, you just take a little bit of amphetamine, a little bit of heroin, and here's some morphine to really help with the pain. And
she's really going to Chris Farley her way through these problems.
Yeah. And then, you really need to focus. So again, here's some, Ritalin, basically, some more amphetamines.
Hold on, give me this drug. It'll calm my heart back down. No!
I've got the shakes. Yeah, it's like, oh, I feel like my heart's going to pound out of my chest. But anyways, and the whole time, I'm kind of tired of this recurring theme of, are you okay? I'm not okay. I'm okay. Are you okay? I'm not okay. But I am okay. But I have to pretend I'm okay. Are you okay? I feel like there's been like 10 chapters of this horse shit. And I do mean horse shit. And I get it. Relationships are hard, but at a certain point, tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
It is frustrating. Come on.
I think this actually delves back a lot of inspiration for Project Horizons, as we've discussed before, is anime, shonen.
Yeah.
But
also Fallout Equestria. What other character was addicted to a chem and couldn't function because of it?
Velvet Remedy?
She wasn't addicted to a chem. She was addicted to him.
Well, I mean, if him was Fluttershy and the Fluttershy orb, then yes.
Well, some of that, but I was thinking more of Calamity.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Calamity's.
She was trying to tap that winged ass.
Yeah, I mean, she did.
Yeah,
successfully.
Girl dick and all.
Girl dick. What is there something about Pegasi that you're not sharing with me?
Oh no, Velvet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's upsetting.
Ah.
But everyone has a domination.
I'm pretty certain that at some point we did describe to you what a wing boner is.
It's not ringing a bell.
No, I'm sorry.
It's not ringing a sweetie bell.
Interestingly, because we were talking about the episode of My Little Pony where they go out into the Wild West, it was actually the episode where Pinkie Pie decided to dress up as a bordello maid to do a dance number on stage to try to get everyone to get along. Mm-hmm. And Rainbow Dash's response was to have her wings just suddenly flare up. And so everyone associated
wing
boner.
So in the show, do they is it like tongue in cheek that Rainbow Dash is the lesbian of the group?
Vaguely, but yes.
Yeah,
vaguely, but yes.
Because for the longest time, I thought Rainbow Dash was a dude.
No, that wouldn't work. They have to all be females.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's no males.
There are no males.
They're just concubines.
Of course.
They are tools to be used.
P21.
Except for Big Macintosh.
Well, he is the tool to be used.
Yep.
All he does is plow fields all day long.
Who's Mrs. Fields? She's a married mare.
Not right now, she isn't.
Yep. So, anyways, yeah. So Blackjack is addicted to stuff, and Morning Glory is all traumatized. And Morning Glory is Hermione in Book 7, The Deathly Hallows. Basically, a lot of like crying and whimpering and tense, not knowing what to do. And obviously, Blackjack finds Colonel Cupcake's office, which lovely, very interesting horse.
Yes.
Stallion.
Horse works.
Yeah, but they're ponies, right?
Yeah.
Horses and ponies are like they're in the same family, but they are different. There's a size difference.
Look, they're different.
Which is why Daisy is kind of like, well, she's not a pony. Daisy's a fucking horse, right? Like she's just like she's the bull dyke, to use an offensive term, I suppose, of that world.
Well, actually, bull could work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would a minotaur in their world be like?
A minotaur. They'd actually be motivational speakers. We were over this before.
Oh, yes, of course. And he had goats who all...
Yeah, that had headsets on. Yeah, but they didn't actually talk. They just bleated. Iron Will!
Yeah, I love that. In a world without humans, there's still minotaurs.
Yeah.
Which, are there centaurs? Because, like, I feel like that's really...
No.
Wait a minute. A centaur, but the upper half is also a horse.
I feel like I've seen that
It's
picture.
like a buff, sexy horse. It's like he's got human hands, but a horse head on a horse's body.
So Iron Will's upper half just on a horse.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It's like Human Centipede, but with horses.
Well, now that we're just getting into somewhere dark.
Don't you realize, Chris? It's horses the whole way down.
The whole way down.
Yeah, the whole way down. Oh, God Almighty. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know what else to say there. Basically, Morning Glory is traumatized because she doesn't know what to believe in. She even dons her Enclave armor again, and Blackjack's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I have to believe in it. It's all I have to believe in." You know.
Look, I've been indoctrinated. I'm still going to believe in the cult, even if they've ostracized me.
She's a Hitler Youth. Hey, man, not everything that he did was bad. These SS officers did something bad to me, but the Enclave is still good.
You have no crying. You will not cry. There's no crying during the war.
Yeah. But enough about German grandparents. Mm-hmm. So, moving on. They move on. Moving on down the road. And they get into a spot of trouble with some peeps. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There was a lot of exposition in this chapter.
Yep.
But not a ton that happens.
No. We're just going to go ahead and get right to the nitty-gritty of it. Bite into the bit, as we say. Mm-hmm. And get to Rampage. Who is...
Yeah, well, basically, so they get into an encounter. I mean, Blackjack even, like, her legs give out and she falls down a hillside and, just keeps pumping herself full of, like, Hydra and crap.
All these drugs.
And some Zodiac guy shoots her,
mm-hmm.
and she feels her insides being eaten up with heat, from...
But it doesn't hurt that much. Maybe because of the mix of drugs that's going on.
Basically, the intense cocktail that's working around your body. And then, of course, the Deus Ex Machina. Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
Machina? Deus Ex Machina? I think
bonus pony pun of the week.
Pony pun of the week. The Deus Ex Machina. I feel like we've done Deus Ex Machina before. Some pun on that. But
maybe.
It doesn't matter. We're doing it again. There you go. So
that's why it's bonus.
The Deus Ex Machina strolls up, and right before they're about to, assassinate Blackjack, she's like, "No, you won't." And he's like, "This is my kill." And she says, "I know, but you remember what I told you." And of course, we're like, "Oh, I get it. All these people are bad." And the bad girl is in like this crazy ass fucking armor that's just covered in knives. The hooves are knives. Her tail is knives. Her mane has fucking knives in it. There's like knife wings above her, and it's just like, it's like the most intense BDSM.
Could you just tone it down? I actually get it. It's there is one set of metal armor from Fallout 3 that has like all these weird jagged spiky shit for like no reason other than to hearken to Mad Max 2, The Quest for More Oil.
Well, that's always the quest.
The quest
but
for
at
more
least
oil.
It's not Waterworld, where it's the quest for more water.
Less water.
More water.
No, it was land.
Potable water.
No, it was land.
Potable water was something they were looking for.
Yes, but land.
Yes. But they were still technically looking for more water.
Because they had the giant oil derrick, and he's like, "Wait, here's a magazine, and it shows land. Land exists." It's like, yes, you fucking nitwit.
I don't even remember the idea behind that movie.
Kevin Costner being shirtless.
Was it projected that like the polar ice caps have melted and they've submerged all of the world's land?
No,
because that's not how that works.
Too deep. You're looking too deeply into it. There was only one justification, and it was Kevin Costner being shirtless. That was the only reason. And then they showed the gills, and it was kind of weird.
Did we need to make a whole movie for that?
I feel like Hollywood's made movies for less.
He probably would have showed you a nipple for $100.
I mean, who was it that did the entire movie 21 because it was his favorite number?
I don't know.
It wasn't Nicolas Cage.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
It is an auspicious number. 21.
It's all right.
It also allows you to get white girl wasted. So cheers.
Cheers.
Oh no, COVID. Oh no, our glass is touched.
It's okay. This is film magic, actually.
Listen, guys,
we're actually in separate rooms.
You can't get COVID if you've already given everyone you know COVID. I can't get it again.
Okay.
Give the gift of COVID, the gift that keeps on giving.
The gift that keeps on taking.
Well, and it takes, and it takes.
And it takes.
And it takes. Anyways, so Rampage is the name of this bitch, and she killed everyone except for Morning Glory and Blackjack. And she's like, why would you do this? And she's like, wouldn't you just be satisfied to know that it's out of the goodness of my heart? And she's like, I know damn well enough that it wasn't out of the goodness of your heart. And the last time I trusted somebody who did something out of the goodness of their heart, they murdered several innocent blind zebras.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Big Daddy said not to.
Big Daddy.
So the question now is, why not?
And who is Big Daddy?
Who is Big Daddy? Well, the question is, remember the girl who they almost killed, the Mechromancer type, the Mechanist.
Yeah.
She said, I'll tell Daddy. And I'm wondering if that's the same. Is that the same person?
I don't think so.
No. But it's is it
her
Daddy of the Reapers?
Yeah, the Reapers are the big...
Because that girl was part of Zodiac. I was going to say, she was Zodiac. But there was a Zodiac here, right?
Yeah.
Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that all the Zodiac members have... Right, well, he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't say that he was dead. It just said that his gun was mangled. Mm-hmm. But, we'll just assume dead.
That's a euphemism.
Are all the members of the Zodiac, do they all have Zodiac symbol names?
Yeah, that's supposed to be just shtick.
Libra and Sagittarius and stuff like that. Cancer. How did he die? Ironically, of cancer. He died of cancer.
He died of Sagittarius. How do you say Sagittarius? Oh, sorry, wrong month.
Yeah. Caught a 50 caliber bullet from cancer right in the head. Cancer's a hell of a shot.
50 caliber head? No, you don't catch.
Oh, I remember.
You don't catch.
I remember what we left out. So, anyways, cover that. Let's Tarantino this. Roll it back a little bit. Stable 90 is what we have skipped over. Stable 90. They come across. They're being shot at by a sniper, which was probably Leo as well. And they stumble into Stable 90, and they use the Overmare's password from Stable 99. And when they open the door, the whole vault door just falls in. There's nothing to open. It just wham falls into the space. And in there's two piles. There is a pile of luggage and clothing, and then there's a pile of bodies. So bones. I mean, they've been gone a long, long time. And they basically get in there and they find these notes. And this was a vault that was. The Overmare was told that it had been finished, and that the original Overmare who was slated to be there couldn't be there for whatever reason, so they reassigned somebody. And they said, it's fine, it's finished, and it was not. There was nothing finished on the inside. It was supposed to be the most advanced, and it wasn't. And basically everybody that was inside of there had no resources, and they kept trying to get out. They couldn't get out because it's like die out there or die in here, and they all literally just starved, killed each other, ate each other until they finally died. And the last one there stared at the Overmare up in her room and said, my name is Muddy, and then died.
Yeah.
Jesus. And they kept throwing up limbs up at her to antagonize her. Super dark. Colonel Cupcake, interesting character, had written a letter to the ministry basically saying, fuck you, I'm not coming to Big Macintosh's funeral that you're trying to do because you basically sent him to die. And he also had in his possession a resignation letter from Big Macintosh.
Yeah.
But what's even funnier is that first letter that he was going to send to the ministry, he was like, clearly this is a first draft. I can't send this.
Yeah.
Right. But there were 2 memories that were collected from there, but we have not reviewed those yet.
No.
However, Blackjack, feeling sorry for herself, did listen to the audio logs in reference to her from P21's. It's not his memories, but from his pip buck.
Yeah.
She had some of that information. And what we saw was that Blackjack had actually saved him once before.
Mm-hmm.
And in a very conflicting thing, so this is once again colored by my opinion of P21. When he was P13, he had been abused by Daisy. She apparently had not been able to orgasm. Funny how you can't make someone orgasm when they're raping you. But she had beaten him and was like basically trying to kill him. And he ran off, and Blackjack said, well, here, hide here, and I'll distract her, and you go up to medical. And he was trying to communicate to her. He's like, well, I go to medical, they're going to like zap me and beat me and punish me for not completing my job.
Mm-hmm.
And she even referred to him as, property.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you can't beat up the property. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because
you can't harm the help.
The goods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even the help. She talked about him as an item.
Yeah.
So. But she still showed mercy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I realized she's like, oh, I feel really shitty about this. And it's like, you came from a system where you didn't know anything different, and you still had grace. You still offered him comfort.
It's very Logan's Run.
But she was totally aware of what they were doing to males.
Logan's Run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Logan's Run is not Soylent Green.
Nah.
It's different.
No, it's not Soylent Green.
They definitely were grinding up the males and using their protein mixed with fungus to make their food.
Well, the females as well. Just
well,
later
yeah,
on.
Everybody who died. Yeah, everything gets recycled.
Yeah, well,
everything gets recycled.
That's part of Logan's Run is that they had no problem hunting down and killing people because it was part of the system, and it was all going to plan
until it didn't.
Until there was a better way.
So, I think that about covers it.
Yep.
Some of my impressions. I can understand some of the criticisms of Project Horizons in feeling very much like Fallout Equestria.
Yep.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yep.
Which, in a way, it didn't need.
No.
Now, Blackjack is not Little Pip.
No.
Let's get something very clear. They are very different characters.
Yes, Blackjack is far more impulsive.
Well, and Blackjack is truly lucky, incredibly lucky. That is her trait, basically. She always finds a way to get out of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not super smart. She's not even the best in combat, though she's getting better.
Yeah.
Her looseness is what tends to make her a better fighter. Her unpredictability, her chaotic nature, right?
Yeah.
Would you say, like, we've talked about this before, but she's probably chaotic good. Ultimately, she makes good decisions. But,
yeah.
Well,
she
doesn't make good decisions, but she's trying to do something.
She
for
makes
good.
decisions because she sees them as good.
Correct.
Which is chaotic good.
Chaotic good. Yeah. She's just a loose cannon. But there are a couple references in this chapter to the Vault Dweller, so to Little Pip, and there's references to DJ Pony.
Yep.
And so there's a little bit of overlap there, but never specifically. There's also a reference to Ditsy Doo.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not her name in the books.
Derpy,
that's right. So there's a reference to Derpy. She's like, and a Pegasus took off with a carriage, it was being shot at, and her wings looked skeletal. I assume that was a Derpy reference.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, and it kind of shows where we are in the timeline with this story versus everything else. There's part of me that wishes there weren't so many of the things in common with the first book to differentiate it more, because I understand why people are like, oh, it's just a ripoff, but that's not fair, because it's not. No. The story's very different. The characters are very different.
The situations are different, and the ultimate goals are different.
P21 is not an archetypical calamity, and
No.
there is no Velvet Remedy in this story.
No.
And Morning Glory is her own character. She's very smart, but she's naive. She represents innocence. She helps keep
naivete.
Yeah, she helps keep Blackjack grounded, right? But I get the guilt, like as Blackjack is coming around to what is right and what's wrong. It still seems though like she's been shown this, but she lived her entire life this way. I still feel like there'd be a huge part of her who still would think of males as property.
Yeah.
It's been so ingrained in her. I realize that there has to be character growth and progression, but in that regard, it almost feels a little too quick.
Yeah, it's possible.
It was a very quick realization of, oh my God, he is a pony just like me.
Yeah.
So, and again, I don't... I should clarify.
These
are observations. These really aren't pure
these are
criticisms.
tips and notes for when Somber inevitably rewrites the entirety of Project Horizon.
Well, and I'm sure Somber is tired of hearing it. What I want to say and what I'm trying to get at is that the characters are very good. The story is very interesting. It stands on its own legs.
Hooves.
I know, I always say hooves. You can say hooves. I'm not one of you filthy degenerates. Let me have my piece. So, but I get how somebody could look at the surface level and say, well, you have this kind of lesbian, bisexual sort of lead character. They're very impulsive. They're ostracized. They're an outsider. They longed for a mare that they could never have in the vault. Horny, both of them. Horny as hell.
I do appreciate Little Pip's horny more than Blackjack's horny.
I think Blackjack is funnier. Like, I think this story is funnier at times. And that's not to say that Fallout Equestria wasn't. It's just different. The story, the Somber is a different writer than K-Cat, and different in a good way. I like them both very much. And as of yet, I just haven't seen anything in this story because I realize that Project Horizons is very polarizing. And I say all this to say now that I think that some of the polarity there is kind of this person did it first and I love her a lot, and it's hard for me to like anything else in this vein as much as I like the first one. And I'm sure there's people who like this more. I'm sure there's people who like Project Horizons
From what you've
more.
experienced so far, that would be a very accurate assessment.
And everyone seems to suggest that there's a certain chapter where it's just like the story changes intensely.
Yes.
And we're not there.
Nope.
We're nowhere near there.
But we're getting there.
Right. So,
and when we get there, you'll know.
Yeah. But it's just something to consider. And I can't tell if we lost focus or not. No, we're fine. It's just me. I've continued to lose focus.
Oh no. I turned off the autofocus on there.
Cool. So anyways, it's just something that up to this point, it's a good story.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying reading it. This chapter was really fucking long.
Yeah, it was a bit.
What is it with these fan fiction? If these chapters have been broken up into three, because they were each three little vignettes. They were three little vignettes, right? They operated completely independently of each other, and they could have been another chapter. And I don't know. There's just something about having to sit down, and maybe I just need to change the way I read them. Bite them off into smaller chunks. But if I'm going to sit down and read a chapter, I've told you, it's generally how I read a book. I'll sit down and read a chapter, and once I'm done with the chapter, there it is. It took me an hour and a half or an hour to read this chapter.
Well, you'll remember Shadow of the Ministries.
Yeah.
And
yes.
K-Cat had to explicitly tell us to break it apart.
My criticism remains consistent.
Yeah.
Regardless of the author. Make your chapters a little short. Obviously, they're not going to do it at this point, right?
No.
But
it's going forward, if anyone is still interested, and I'm sure there's a few people out there who are interested in writing.
And I know that everybody read this to begin with in a digital format. Everybody read it online. But I wish I had a physical copy.
There exists a physical copy of Project Horizons.
Right, I know, but you don't have it.
No.
Right? So, and they're not super easy to come by.
No.
But that's my cross to bear. What would a horse on a cross look like? And don't answer. I mean, yes, I know the Romans crucified horses too, but I just like, you can't fold their arms out. Yeah.
You could, but it wouldn't be pretty.
No. So that's a terrifying image.
I mean, you just hang out by a sawing horse, I guess.
And
I have no idea.
You know what? Come with me, Chris. We've reached that time.
That time,
this
Mr.
time.
Freeman.
This
is it
time.
really that time again?
It is that time.
That time.
It is this time. And that time is
the
Pony Pun of the Week.
The Pony Pun of the Week.
Yes, the Pony Pun of the Week. So, did you remember to grab the Pony Pun?
I texted you on the way here to grab it at the store. It was waiting for you.
You told me you already had the Pony Pun.
That was last week when we had to skip.
Shit. You're so full of shit. there is no text asking me to pick up more Pony Pun of the Week.
But just because it didn't get to you isn't my fault.
Well, then there's no Pony Pun of the Week.
No.
I mean, we already got kind of 2 bonus Pony Pun of the Weeks.
Yeah.
But then there's no Pony Pun of the Week. And if we're not doing a Pony Pun of the Week in,
Wait, do locations count as pony puns?
I don't make these rules. I don't make the rules. What? Did you just find a Pony Pun of the Week?
No, I had one laying around, but I didn't know it would work because it's for a location, not a pun.
Well,
I mean, it's a pun on a name.
What do you guys think? Gals, ponies, colts.
What?
Zims
we can't hear you. Speak louder so that Robert can understand what he needs to do.
Yeah.
What? Swiper?
If you'd like Chris to share the Pony Pun of the Week, press A now.
Enter your parents' credit card number.
And don't forget the magic 3 numbers on the back of the card.
The Pony Pun location of the week is the rather famous racetrack surrounding a city, Meerburg, and the Meerburg Ring.
You do realize that Meerburg Ring is all one word.
But it's German. Everything's one word.
Yeah.
Like the entire language is one word. You could say every single word in German and it would actually count as
you,
one word.
Did you get that? You found a pony pun.
I found a pony pun.
He found a pony pun. Like a little spark of magic.
I mean, it was a little bit moldy.
It was
under the floorboards for a while.
It has long since expired.
Yes.
But lovingly crafted. An artisanal pony pun of the week from Chris. Out of the cheap seats. Muppet hair and all.
RAGGMOPP.
Ragmop. So, are we going to explain?
No.
We're just going to leave it be?
That's fine.
It's fine. It's COVID, man.
COVID.
I'm not shaving anything.
The Rona. The fact that we don't show up here with Corona is interesting.
So, thank you all for being here for another episode of The Folly of Man. We're glad that you were here. We're glad to be here. Remember, friends, in your darkest moments, that you can always reach us at our email, cbpbch@gmail.com. Again, that is cbpbch@gmail.com. And check out our Discord in the description below. Or if you are listening to us at home on the audio podcast, because that's still a thing.
Still a thing.
Check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/ChriscoCast. Yow. Ka-Chow.
Nyan? Are we turning into a Japanese cat girl?
Hey, everybody, it's Owen Wilson. Ka-Chow. I'm a car, but I'm also a pony. Welcome to the show. What would cars be in the world of ponies?
I don't want to think about... No. Think about what a ponified version of the Cars movie would look like.
So wait, the main 6 as cars? Or cars as ponies?
I just feel like this would start being an abomination. Like,
hey everybody, the name's Lightning McQueen. I'm a pony now. Ka-Chow. I think we found the name of the episode. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else. Facebook and Twitter, fuck that noise. Like, we're not on there. We don't care. No, but I will say, if you would like to support the show and help us with some of the editing cost and server costs, those kinds of things, we do have a Patreon, and you can find that link below. Even just a shekel a month helps us immensely. But more importantly than anything else, tell your friends. The My Little Pony, and particularly the Fallout Equestria community, is a close-knit group, and the only way that we've reached 1,000 subscribers is just from word of mouth. I mean, really, because we don't pay for any advertising.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Careful using the term straight in this community, because I don't think that spreads very...
Gay from the horse's mouth.
Chris, do you have any nuggets of knowledge for us to impart in passing?
I got plenty of nuggets, but none of them knowledge.
God almighty. And the smell. So, on that sour note, for Chris, I'm Robert. This has been The Folly of Man. It's been real. It's been fun. Go home.
Please leave.
We will see y'all.
For your own sanity, just go.
See y'all next time.
It's all over, but the cry.
Oh yeah.
I look like a bassist from the 80s. Oh, that's
God.
even worse. Welcome back, everyone, to the next episode of the Forum. My name's Punk Rock Edgelord.
That's your name? That's your name? We are Flock of Dead Goals, and we're coming to you out of Weehawken.
I don't care if we rock, because we're not here for you, maggots.
Jesus. I am very concerned about this affectation. Is this your new persona? Is this what you're going to try out in the ring?
Oh, well, I got to do something with my hair, because you've done something with your hair.
Yeah.
I can't just show up to the party without having done something to my hair when Stacy has done something to her hair.
Is this how we're starting the show?
No.